welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. Today we're having another Magic Talk with Toad, but today we are doing something special. We are doing our first gameplay episode, where we are going to try out some of the decks that we've talked about before, and see how they do against each other. I have two decks queued up right now. My Fruity Loops deck that we went over a few weeks ago, and the Lantern deck that we went over a few weeks ago. Lantern seems to be the fan favorite. And
I have the Raging Gal deck that we put together in our last video. And then I may play that twice, or it seems like it's going to have a bad Lantern matchup, so I may switch to something else.
So we'll see. I'm probably going to play Fruit Loops first, just because it's the first one there.
Yeah.
Lower deck. Fruit Loops.
Alright. So click ready to start, and we will be ready to start. Alright. So first thing, we're going to roll a d20, so hit Control I.
Control I. D20.
Bear with us, everybody. We are both coming back to Cockatrice after a while of not using it. So I don't know all the shortcuts. I can't speak for Drill.
I don't know them either.
I got a 16, you got an 11. I will play first. So you can Control M to draw an opening hand. I'll keep.
Control M. 7. I'm not trying not to say these cards. That's a bit too slow. Alright, how do we mulligan? Or how do we...
Push just Control M. It'll draw you a new 7. And then you just manually put one on the bottom.
Wow. That's... Let's put one of you on the bottom. Move to bottom library in random order.
Alright, so you're ready to start with 6?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to play a Barbarian Ring.
Okay.
And I'm going to Faithless Looting.
Got it.
So, Control D draws cards.
Okay.
I'm going to discard an Anger. And I'm going to discard a Scrabbling Claws.
Okay.
And I'm going to play a Mishra's Bauble. And I'd like to see your top card.
How do I do that?
So you're gonna you're gonna say...
Oh, reveal top card to ToadBrews.
Yes. Just right-click your library to do most of the library relevant stuff.
There you go.
All right, that is a Magic the Gathering card. So I'm going to go say end. And if you would ready to go to your turn, just click pass and start your turn.
How do we... Oh, pass. My turn. So... Go to untap. Untap your permanents. Upkeep. Draw. Oh, that's not too bad, actually. Let's go Mountain. I'm going to Exile Summon Spirit Guide. Exile Summon Spirit Guide. How do we move to Exile? Move to Exile.
Right click, yeah, just put it in the pile or right click and move to Exile.
Impact Tremors.
Yep.
And Skirk Prospector.
Yep.
And that's my end of my turn.
Okay. So I will untap and draw. Gonna play a Mountain.
Okay.
Gonna play Faithless Looting.
Yep.
I'm gonna discard Barbarian Ring. And Cinder Glade. I'm going to play Grim Lavamancer. And I'm going to go to attack step and swing him in.
Yeah, I'll take one. I'll roll one.
Alright, that'll be my turn.
Cool, pass. Alright, untap, upkeep, draw that card. Clifftop Retreat. Swing one.
Yep, 18.
And pass my turn.
Alright, I am going to play a forest. And I'm going to sacrifice Barbarian Ring to do 2 to your Skirk Prospector.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to swing one.
No problem.
Yep. And your go.
No, my sister's texting me.
Okay.
Alright, my turn.
So take one, and then your turn.
Yeah, untap.
Yep.
Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Battlefield Forge. Tap 3. Molten Gatekeeper.
Yeah. Take one.
And step, pass my turn.
Yep. I'll play a Dragon Rage Channeler who has Delirium. Then I'm going to play a Rancor on the Dragon Rage Channeler.
Uh-oh.
And that will Surveil 1. I'm going to keep that on top. I'm going to play a Mountain.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sorry about that. I'm going to attack for 5 flying trample.
Yeah, I'll take 5.
And I will pass the turn.
Pass. Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Yeah, kind of have to do this. Exile Summon Spirit Guide. Oh, no, I can't. No, can't. Shit. That's a good game.
Okay. So, yeah, I was going to draw Big Bear.
So I had Summon Spirit Guide. I could have got Enduring Renewal, but the Enduring Renewal would have screwed up my draw, and it was an impact turn.
So, you used a bunch of resources to put permanents into play on turn 1. But you didn't need to do that.
That's fair.
Like, you could have gone turn 1, nothing. Turn 2, impact trimmers. Turn 3, I think you win the game.
Yeah.
Alright, so let us... so you can concede, and then we'll go to sideboarding.
How do I concede?
So go to the game menu, and then concede. Or you might be able to press F2, but F2 on my screen does, like, dims the screen brightness, so you can try it.
Are you sure to concede this game? Yes. Cool.
So if you want a sideboard, you have to click the sideboard locked button.
Okay. Here. 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 Keep all of you. Move one of you. What does Gal read exactly?
All right, so Gal says, Gal, feral youth, 1 in a red, legendary creature, human, berserker, 2/2. Whenever Gal attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. At the beginning of each end step, if a card left your graveyard this turn, Gal deals damage equal to its power to each opponent.
Okay, never mind. I don't put it in the...
Yeah, it's not going to trigger on your Enduring Renewals.
Oh, no, I did the wrong thing. I need to... I clicked sideboard lock to try to lock the deck and it messed up. 1 minute. Move you. Move you. Move you. You. Go to you. You. Ready, start.
All right. So you lost, so you have the choice of player draw.
I'll be on the play.
Okay. I'll keep 7.
It's Control M, right?
Yeah.
Control M. Yeah, I'll try it.
All right, run it out.
We're going to go Plains. Soul Warden.
Yep. All right, done.
Yeah.
Okay. I will Mountain and Tarfire Soul Warden.
Poo. Soul Warden is dead.
That's what I was saying earlier when we talked about the deck. Like, 2 damage seems like nothing compared to like Lightning Bolt or whatever. People do run 1 and 2 toughness creatures. I'll pass the turn.
Yep. Pass. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Pretty good. We're going to play Clifftop Retreat. Plains Soaring. Red and a colorless. For Shocking Sharpshooter.
I'm in danger.
Remaining colorless for Soul Guide Lantern.
Yeah.
Exile the Tarfire.
Okay.
And main, start, go through other things, and pass.
Okay. Generally, what I was told for Cockatrice, let the opponent pass the turn because they might have end of turn effects.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna Mountain. Gonna Dragon Rage Channeler. I'm gonna Mishra's Bauble and Surveil.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Forest in the graveyard.
Okay.
I'm gonna play Scrabbling Claws. I'm gonna have you exile a card from your graveyard. And then I'm gonna sack Mishra's Bauble to look at your top card.
Real top card to ToadBrews.
That sure is a magic card. All right, I think I am gonna be done. Go ahead.
Cool. Pass. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Draw card. Plains. Let's go red and 2 Wild Wasteland.
Yeah.
Then talk for yeah, talk for 1.
I'll take 1.
Cool. Your go.
All right. I'm going to drop a Cinder Glade. I have 2 basic lands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put a Rancor on DRC, which surveils.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put a Grim Lavamancer in the graveyard.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go to combat and swing 3 trample.
We'll take 3.
All right, that'll be my turn.
Cool. And pass. Untap, upkeep, on upkeep. I skip my draw step. I'm gonna keep exile top 2 cards on the library.
But you can just drag from the library to the battlefield.
Summon Spirit Guide, Ranger of Eos. Main 1. Let's do pay white, and 2 for Ranger Captain of Eos. Or Ranger of Eos. Search my library. How do I search my library?
View or right click your library and then just click view library.
We want to grab Wild Cantor, put that to hand, and I get 2 creatures, right? Right?
Yeah, 2 1-drops.
That one's dead. You killed my frickin' life gain critter. Let's grab.
Yeah, I exiled it.
Let's grab Skirk Prospector.
Yep. Yeah, also I should take a damage from the Shocking Sharpshooter.
Yes, you should. And then I'm going to play Clifftop Retreat for her Wild Cantor and move the Soul Guide Lantern to the Soul Ring over here.
Yep. I'll take another one from the Sharpshooter.
And then end of my turn, Spirit Guide just goes to exile.
Yep.
Here you go.
I'm going to drop a Forest. I'm going to put another Rancor on DRC.
Goodness.
So that will let me surveil. Going to put a Cinder Glade into the graveyard.
Does that give you delirium?
Nope. We only have 3 types. And you can sack Soul Guide Lantern for my graveyard for free.
I can. I definitely can do that.
Yeah, I'm just going to go to attack. If you want to block me, then we can try and do that.
I'll throw the Ranger in front of the way.
All right. I am happy to trade here.
I take how much?
You will take 3.
Okay.
So DRC is going to go to the graveyard. And then Rancors are now in the graveyard with triggers on the stack to go back to my hand.
I'm going to exile them.
Yep. So everything in my graveyard will be exiled. I'm going to go ahead and exile this, or exile a card of your choice from your graveyard.
I'm gonna exile a ranger.
And then you have 2 cards in hand.
I have 2 cards in hand. One of them's a Skirk Prospector.
I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Pass, untap, upkeep, exile, rip apart, impact tremors.
Yep.
Main 1. Do white, and 2. Enduring renewal.
Yeah, you have an enduring renewal.
Express a loop where I sacrifice Wild Cantor and play it over.
No. You sacrifice Wild Cantor and you get a trigger.
Sacrifice Wild Cantor.
While Wild Cantor is in the graveyard, I'm going to exile it and draw a card.
Wild Cantor is exiled.
All right, now you can continue with your turn.
Skirk Prospector.
Yeah.
And sacrifice it in.
All right, put Skirk Prospector in your graveyard.
Okay.
I am going to exile it and draw a card.
So I have 2 mana, right?
Yeah.
Impact Tremors.
Yep, you have an impact tremors.
And then Rip Apart goes to exile.
Yep, well, you can attack if you want.
Yeah, swing 1.
Yep. I'll go to 15. All right, and then I will do my turn. All right, I'm going to run out a Dragon Rage Channeler.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Case of the Crimson Pulse.
Okay.
I'll discard Gal Feral Youth. Draw 2. It's not what I wanted to draw. I'll play, or actually, I should have surveilled, but it's too late now.
Yeah.
I'll play a Cinder Glade, and I'll pass the turn.
Cool. Pass, untap, upkeep, exile, Simian Spirit Guide, Clifftop Retreat.
Yep.
I'm going to play Clifftop Retreat. Then Red and 2, Forest Monkey.
Yep, I'll take 2.
Pretty close to getting Delirium. Attack for 1.
Go to 12.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, this kind of works. I'll play a mountain. I'll play Gal.
Okay.
You have a 2/2, so
Yep.
I'll just end the turn. Case will become solved.
Okay. Pass. Untap, upkeep, exile mountain, exile mountain. That sucks. Play mountain. I'm just gonna move the other mountain to exile.
Yeah.
That's my turn. Well, I'm sorry, I meant to tap the end step, not the pass. But I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, it's fine. All right. I'm going to untap. At the beginning of my upkeep, I discard my hand and draw 2. And then I draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play a forest. It's actually a little bit irritating. Oh, well. I'm going to play Ursine Monstrosity.
Ah, shit.
And I'm going to go to combat.
Okay.
And I'm going to mill 1 from Ursine. It is an Ursine, so that does not give me Delirium. Ursine doesn't have haste, and I don't want to swing with anybody else, so I'll end the turn.
Cool. Pass. My turn. Untap, upkeep, exile, cliff-top retreat, Ranger of Eos.
I believe that wins you the game.
I believe so too. Let's play it out.
Okay.
Play cliff-top
Show the
retreat.
people how it's done.
2 planes, Soul Ring, Ranger of Eos, view library, grab a Skirk Prospector, grab a wild
First
kit.
I take 2.
You take 2.
Oh.
Then play 1 for Skirk Prospector. You take 2.
Yep.
Sacrifice Skirk Prospector. Then Skirk Prospector.
Yep, no response.
Goes back to hand.
Yep.
Play Skirk Prospector with the floating mana. You take 2. And then just express the loop where you're dead.
Yep, I'm dead. You got it. Alright, so now I will concede, and we will do a tiebreaker.
Cool. That, just run it back.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do the transformational sideboard. I think what I'm doing is fine. I will take the play.
Okay. And control.
And I'll keep.
Control M7. This is greedy. I'll keep it.
Alright. I'm going to run out a mountain, and I'm going to deploy Grim Lavamancer.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. That's not good. Plains, Soul Warden.
Okay.
That's my turn.
I'm going to drop a basic mountain. I'm going to Faithless Looting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to discard Anger and Barbarian Ring.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play Scrabbling Claws. And I'm going to attack for 1.
I'll take 1.
That's my turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. That's bad. Swing for 1.
Take 1.
That's my turn.
Alright, I'm going to play Cinderglade, and I have 2 basics, so it comes in untapped. And I'm going to play Ursine Monstrosity.
Yep.
And I'm going to mill 1 at combat, which is a mountain. And then my graveyard has 3 card types: sorcery, land, and creature.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to attack for 7.
Yeah. Lose more.
And then that'll be my turn.
Good game.
Yeah, because I have another big bear. All right, do you want to run 1 more? Because, like, we're not strictly stuck doing 2 out of 3. We can show the decks off a little bit more.
Let's do best of 5. Just test them out.
Yep.
Did I not click ready to start? I am ready to start. How do I start the game? Does it not let me?
Is your sideboard?
Oh, server timeout.
The server timed out. Yep. So let's try and jump back in the server.
Connect.
The server may be down.
Oh.
So that actually may be done for now.
Yeah.
If we want to actually, we can spend like 10 minutes and just like kind of deconstruct how the match went.
Yeah, that works.
So, how did you feel about how your deck handled?
I don't know. I think it did pretty well. I shouldn't have kept the one lander. That's my fault.
I think you should have won game one.
Yeah.
So, you should have won game one, and then you did win game two, so it never should have gone to game three, which I won very easily. So, it's just like we're figuring out the lines. Wild Wasteland definitely looked like it was doing work. Ranger of Eos definitely looked like it was doing work.
Yeah. It felt pretty well.
I definitely like this version with the mana sack dudes instead of the ornithopters. Like, not only do they provide their own sacrifice outlet and make mana when you need it, they're also so much cheaper than the 0 mana artifact creatures.
Yeah.
Like, we're looking at like 10 cents a card versus $1 a card. And then that just gives you so much extra room for like sideboard cards and mana base and everything. How did you feel about the one of Soul Warden? Like, I know it didn't really do anything, but did it feel nice to have it as an option?
It did. I think I might run one more. Like, well, we can't because I don't think it's in the budget, but.
Well, there's a bunch of Soul Warden type guys that are 2 mana. So if you want to play like 20 cents for a 2 mana 1/2 flying Soul Warden, we totally have that as an option.
Let me see.
It's just got all of the ones that are a single mana and white are a little bit expensive right now.
Yeah, let me see what the list is budget at. Is that 30-36? What the hell? That's a legal match.
Yeah, so we would have to clean that up before we actually played it. A lot of the time, just updating to cheapest usually fixes small problems.
Let's drop one of you and add one of you. I'm removing.
Don't cut the gatekeeper. Cut the other guy.
Cut the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
All right.
And during renewal, we'll put Molten Gatekeeper into the graveyard, and you can unearth it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
All right. The Cockatrice servers appear to be back up if you want to run another match.
It won't.
As far as how my deck handled, I did like it. The angers that we added seem very good.
I can't do a next for Soul Warden. Soul Warden's almost $3.
I think that's why we were only on one. Do one Soul Warden and then one of the 2 mana ones.
I don't know. Ranger can't get them, and if Ranger can't get them, I don't really want them.
Right. Let's put another 1 mana creature that's a tutor target in then.
Let's just play some games. We'll do that later.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna switch decks. Do you want to know what deck I'm gonna use?
Yeah, I'll use Lantern.
All right. Let me look at my decks that I have on here. Let me make a game in the Magic server room.
Okay.
So it's going to be Drew and Toad's Big Adventure again.
Ribbit.
Do you want to stick to deck? This time it is an uppercase R, just in case people are being sneaky. All right. I have a deck that we actually haven't shown off on camera or I can do one of the decks we've talked about.
I am going to play Lantern.
All right. Let's do the hybrid theory deck.
Okay.
I think this will have an interesting matchup against Lantern. You're on Rest in Peace Energy Field, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I do need to kill you quickly.
How do I roll the dice?
Control I.
Control I. Nope, you got it.
All right. I will take the play.
More like Control I will take the play.
More like control these nuts.
Oh, shit.
I'll keep this hand.
Okay, Control M, 7. Maybe. Yeah, we'll try it.
All right. Swamp, pass turn.
Okay. Pass, untap, upkeep, draw. Play Spire of Industry. And Mishra's Bauble.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Do you want to look at my top card?
No.
Smart, because it's about to be a different card. I will Swamp Cycle Troll of Khazad-dûm.
Oh!
I'm gonna get this swamp.
Okay.
Put it in my hand. Then we're gonna pass. I drew a swamp, if that's what you wanted to look at.
On your turn, I'm gonna look at the top card of your library.
Yep, it's a swamp. And then I'm gonna play the swamp that you looked at.
Can I do this at the end of your turn?
Do you want to do it at the end of my turn?
Yes.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna play the swamp, and you have no idea where it came from. I'm gonna cast Death, and I'm gonna reanimate Troll of Khazad-dûm.
In response.
Yeah.
Spell Pierce.
Okay. That'll be my turn.
Then I want to sacrifice a Bauble.
Yeah.
Show me the top card of your library, please.
I'm doing it. It takes a while. Look at this card. Peek it.
Ooh, very nice.
Take it into your orbs.
Very nice, thank you. And then
Okay.
pass. This Mishra's Bauble on to next turn's upkeep. Untap,
Yeah.
upkeep.
Draw a card.
Draw that card. Nice. Draw. Nice. Let's go that one. Yeah, that's your go.
All right. I'm gonna untap. I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna play a swamp. I'm gonna cast Death, targeting Troll of Khazad-dûm.
In response, lose focus.
Drew, we're not friends anymore. I'm gonna end my turn.
Pass.
Coming in here with your blue mana nonsense.
Upkeep, draw. Oh, thank God, that's so good. Plains, Fire of Industry, Lantern of Insight.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put it right here.
And then put mine right here. Pay white for Codex Shredder.
Yep.
Island for Portent. Let me see the top 3 cards of your library.
All right. So this one is going to be back in.
How do I put them back in any order? Does that let me do that?
That is. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this.
Okay.
Man, this... I don't know how to handle this, actually. I think I'm gonna have to see them.
That's fine.
Actually, no. So I'm gonna show you the top 3, and then we're gonna try something. So you can see them. Right click on them and see if you have the option to put it into play face down.
Hide. Oh, I hid it. How do I unhide it?
I will have to show it to you again.
Ah, there we go. It will not let me... It just says hide, clone, select all, select column.
Okay, so first question, are you going to shuffle it? Because if you are, then it doesn't matter.
Cards in hand.
4.
Alright. No, I'm not going to shuffle it.
Okay. I'm just going to put these into play, and you tell me what order you want them in.
Dark Ritual on top.
So tell me, so I'm going to put them on top. So first do the bottom.
Bottom is Troll, Songs. Leave Dark Ritual on top. I'm going to mill it.
Okay.
And then you have Songs.
So that means Songs is on top. Yep. Okay.
And Portent goes to the bin. And your turn.
All right. I'm going to untap. I'm going to draw Songs of the Damned.
I draw Ghoul Caller's Spell and then reveal Portent.
Troll of Khazad-dûm is on top. I'm going to play a Swamp. I'm going to play Discovery, so I'm going to Surveil 2 and then draw a card.
Okay.
I'm going to put... both of these cards on top. And then do you get to see which one I draw? You do, right?
I do.
All right, I'm going to draw the Troll of Khazad-dûm.
Okay.
And then I'm going to show you that my top card is a Street Wraith.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pass the turn.
Cool. Pass. What? My turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. I draw the Portent. I reveal Energy Field. I'm going to pay 1 for Ghoul Caller's Spell.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll pay that 1 for colors, whatever. Pay 1 for the Portent I already showed you.
You want to target me?
Yes.
All right. Here is 3.
Alright, reveal them. I don't want to mill 2 of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to mill berry. I'm going to put it street wraith, buried alive, buried alive. So 2 buried alives on top and street wraith on the bottom.
Okay.
And I want a codex shredder, the 1 buried alive. Ghoul Caller's Bell, move energy, fill the graveyard. Reveal Seagate Wreckage.
Yep. Reveal Street Wraith.
Yep. And do I want to do that or not? Cards in hand.
4. So you can actually look on the sidebar in between the graveyard and the library. It says what the cards in hand are.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, all right. Your go.
All right, I'm gonna untap, or I'm gonna pass, untap, draw.
And then I draw a card.
Nope. Hold on. I should have drawn Street Wraith, and this card should be the top of my deck.
Okay. And then I draw Seagate Wreckage because of the Portent. And I reveal Portent.
All right, I'm gonna pay 2 life. I'm gonna cycle Street Wraith.
Okay.
So I'll draw this Haunted Dead, and then I'll show you Life Death.
Okay.
I am actually just gonna play Haunted Dead.
Okay.
And he will bring a buddy.
Okay.
And then I'll end the turn.
Cool. Pass, untap, upkeep. I skipped one. I draw the Portent. Reveal Codex Shredder. Play Seagate Wreckage. Seagate Wreckage for Ghoul Caller's Bell. On Ghoul Caller's Bell, mill the Life Death and mill the Codex Shredder.
Okay, Life Death is milled, and then I'll show you Swamp, and you said also mill the Swamp? Or no, you milled the Codex Shredder, not activated. Okay.
Yeah. Gonna Portent. Let me see the top 3.
Okay.
Keep them there.
Same order, everything?
Same order, everything.
All right, so we're going to reveal the same Swamp.
And keep Portent there. Your go.
Okay. I'm going to untap. Going to put Swamp into my hand. I'm going to reveal basic Swamp.
I reveal Mishra's Bauble.
I'm going to play the Swamp. I'd like to declare attackers.
Yep.
Hold on, we're still on your turn. I would like to declare attackers.
Okay.
Get in for 3.
1, 2, 3.
I would like to end the turn.
Okay. Pass turn. I draw Mishra's Bauble. Well, yeah, whatever. I messed it up. Untap, upkeep, main, reveal, Portent. A whole lot of Portents.
You're very important.
Seagate Wreckage. Mishra's Bauble. This might be bad, but we'll try it. Energy Field.
Yeah.
And your go. Or pass. Sorry.
Right. I will untap. I will draw this basic swamp. I will show you basic swamp. I'll play a swamp. And then we'll make the big troll.
Okay.
I'll pass the turn.
End of your turn, pay 2. I have to pay 2 color. Damn, I don't have enough. Never mind. My turn. Pass to me. Untap. Upkeep. Draw the portent. Reveal. Castle Ardenvale. Your go.
All right. I will draw this swamp. I'll show you Songs of the Damned.
Yep.
I'll play the swamp. I'll pass.
Cool. Pass to me. Draw Castle Ardenvale. Reveal Source of Plowshares. Pass. Or I played Castle Ardenvale. That's whatever.
Sure. I'll play a swamp.
The Songs of the Damned's in your hand, by the way.
Oh yeah, you're right. So then this is the top of my library.
Ah.
I'll pass the turn.
Cool. Pass to me. Untap. Upkeep. Draw Source of Plowshares. Reveal Seagate Wreckage. That's my turn.
I'll get the push-pull. I'll show you Buried Alive.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw Seagate Wreckage, reveal Prairie Stream, and play Seagate Wreckage. And end turn.
Okay. I'll draw Buried Alive. And I'll show you, or if we should untap and pass. I'll show you Street Wraith. You don't have any creature cards in your graveyard, do you?
Nope. I've Codex Shredder, Mishra's Bubble, Energy Field, Lose Focus, Spell Pierce, Portent.
Okay. I'm going to cast Buried Alive.
Okay.
I'm going to put 3 blood pets in my graveyard.
Okay.
And then this will go into the library for shuffles.
I realized I could have been Codex Shreddering you this entire time. I'm an idiot. Whatever.
That is correct. I'll show you Troll of Khazad-dûm.
I want to mill it.
All right. I'll show you Archfiend of Ifnir.
Okay.
Buried Alive in the graveyard. Yeah, I think I have one out for this game. I'm going to cast another Buried Alive.
Okay.
I'm going to put 2 Demigod of Revenge and the Last Blood Pet in the graveyard. I'm going to show you Swamp.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Cool. Pass. Untap. Upkeep. Drop Prairie Stream. Reveal Lose Focus. And that's my turn.
Nope, I'm not supposed to draw that. I'm supposed to draw this. Show you a swamp. Play a swamp. I will concede to rest in peace at any point. So,
Yeah.
like, I have outs, but rest in peace shuts them off.
Yeah.
I'll pass the turn.
Cool. Pass. Lose Focus. Reveal that. And play Prairie Stream. Enters untapped. And that's my turn.
All right. I will pass, untap, get this swamp into my hand, show you swamp, play swamp, pass.
Cool. Untap, upkeep, draw the Spell Pierce, reveal Lantern of Insight.
Yep.
Here we go.
Why are you not using Castle Ardenvale? I just got to ask you.
In case you play creature removal.
That doesn't matter.
If I play a creature and attack, you block the creature goes to the graveyard, the energy field goes away.
Tokens are not cards.
Whatever.
I'll get this swamp. I'll show you Dark Ritual. I'll play this swamp. And I'll end the turn.
End of your turn, I'm going to mill the Dark Ritual.
And I'll show you swamp.
Perfect. Untap, upkeep, draw Lantern of Insight, reveal Soul Ring, play Seagate Wreckage, play Lantern of Insight, and that's my turn.
Get this swamp. Show you a demigod. You know, and I'm just gonna scoop it here. Like, the chance that I have the exact card that I need twice in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm holding a street rate.
Yeah.
So if I show you a card and you mill it, I need the other card under it to be the same card.
Yeah.
To get rid of your energy field. It's just not going to happen. Like, yeah, like it's just I don't have two Noxious Vapors in a row.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to game 2. I'm on a sideboard.
Don't forget to press F. Okay. Let's move. That's pretty good. Let's do. Move one of you. Move. One of you. Put in you. Put in you. Let's remove one of you too and try that. Yeah, that looks good. Let's try it.
All right, I will take the play.
Okay.
And I'll keep.
Go to here. Control M, 7. Yeah, I'll keep it.
Alright. I'm going to play a swamp. Going to cycle Street Wraith.
Okay.
I'm going to cycle Street Wraith. I'm going to Dark Ritual.
Yep.
Buried Alive.
Yep.
Gonna get Evolved Sleeper and 2 Demigod of Revenges.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3. Turn 1 Threshold, baby.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I'll pass the turn.
Let's do Island. This might be my best bet here. Let's do Island for Portent. Let me see the top 3.
Alright.
All right, let's gamble this. Put him up. Let me see him. Go Dark Ritual on the bottom, then Troll and Swamp.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alright. I'll untap. You can draw. I'll draw. I'll play a swamp. I'm going to cast Death, targeting Evolved Sleeper.
Yeah.
We're gonna wake me up inside. I will lose 1 life. That'll be my turn.
We're going to. It's my. I untap land, whatever. Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Roll plains. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
I'm gonna play a swamp. I'm going to make this guy a cleric.
Okay.
So he's now a 2/2.
Mm-hmm.
Can I set the power and toughness? Yes. I'm just gonna do it again.
Yep. Then tip me for 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Then that'll be my turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. That's not good. Do Mistress Bauble. Lantern of Insight.
Show you the Dark Ritual.
Play Ghoul Collared Bell. I reveal Spire of Industry. Can I undo the Google Color spell? Because I did the lantern.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want a portent instead.
All right. You want to see mine?
Well, yeah, it's the top 3. Oh, that's bad. Okay, show him.
Oh yeah, boys.
Put Buried Alive on top, then Dark Ritual, then Noxious Vapors on the bottom.
Okay.
Then you reveal the top card. Cool. And then your turn. I draw Spire of Industry. I reveal.
In my upkeep.
Oh, thank God.
I am going to cycle Troll of Khazad-dûm.
Okay.
I'm going to find a swamp. I'm going to put the swamp in my hand. Going to show you Buried Alive. Dang it. All right. I guess I'll draw the Buried Alive. Then I'll show you Swamp.
Perfect.
I will play Swamp. I will add a counter and draw a card. And lose a life. Or nope, I don't draw that. How do I undo? There's a way to undo a draw. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. It's a blood pet. I drew a swamp. There's a blood pet on top. I'm gonna attack for 4.
Yeah, I'll take 4. 1 minute.
All right. Pass turn.
Let me reply to a message quickly. I want to tap the Mistress Bauble, look at the blood pet. I see the blood pet. Hooray!
Yeah, he's just a little guy.
Pass. Draw the swords. Reveal Seagate Wreckage. Untap, upkeep, draw. Draw the Seagate Wreckage. Reveal Energy Field. Hey, look at that.
Yep.
Play Spire of Industry. Swords the Sleeper.
I will gain 4.
And your go.
All right. I will get a blood pet. I will show you a duress.
Nice.
Play a swamp. Blood pet.
Okay.
Pass turn.
Yeah. Pass. Untap.
I think you should take 4 from the sleeper attack.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Draw the energy field. Reveal energy field. Seagate. Tap 1. Tap that for energy field. I lose a life. Your go.
All right. Nope, that's not it. I will have Troll of Khazad-dûm revealed, and I will draw the stress. I'm really bad at this. I apologize.
That's fun. I'm playing a weird deck anyway.
I'm going to duress you. Or no, the energy field is on top of your deck. I'm not going to duress you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pass.
Yep. Untap, upkeep, main, draw the energy field, reveal soaring, play the energy field, just as a backup. Why not? And here we go.
Gonna draw Troll of Khazad-dûm. I'm gonna show you Duress.
Perfect.
Oh, this feels so good. I'm gonna feed the Swarm. Rest in peace.
I'm gonna pay 1, lose a life, and lose focus.
Yeah, I'll pay 2.
Okay. Then rest in peace is in the bin.
I'll lose 2 life from Feed the Swarm. Feed the Swarm is in the graveyard.
Wait, does rest in peace exile itself, or does it go in the graveyard?
It exiles itself.
Okay.
It does not exile the spell that exiles it.
Well, then that gets exiled.
I'm going to Duress you.
I have Lantern of Insight and Ghoul Caller's Bell.
Let's do Ghoul Caller's Bell.
And then energy field's gone, energy field's gone.
Yep. And then I will attack with the boy.
I lose 1 life.
Pass turn.
Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Draw soaring, reveal, Castle Arden Vale. You do have the troll in your hand?
Yeah.
Good game.
Yep. Yeah, sideboard cards coming in clutch.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see my sideboarding cards.
What do you even sideboard in this matchup?
I'll tell you later.
Okay, fair enough. You want to take the play?
Yes.
I'll keep.
What? This might bite me in the ass, but I'll try it. Pass to me. I'll play a tap Prairie Stream.
Okay. I will swamp. I will blood pet. It's my turn.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me. Pass, untap, upkeep, draw. Okay. Castle Ardenvale. Pass.
Okay. I'm going to swamp.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to declare attacks.
Yep.
We're going to blood ya.
Take 1.
All right, main phase 2. I'm going to sack Bloodfet. I'm going to cast Buried Alive.
I'm going to lose focus.
Yep. I'll pass the turn to you.
Pass, untap, upkeep, draw. Okay. Spire of Industry. Codex Shredder.
Yep.
Actually, no, I have to do that way. Never mind. Yeah, it's your go.
You put lose focus on the stack and not on your graveyard.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
I did the same thing yesterday. All right, I'm going to swamp. I would like to Dark Ritual.
Yeah.
I would like to Demigod of Revenge.
Lose focus.
So I'm going to give you this one. because we're just playing for funsies. If someone casts a demigod and you have a counter spell, always say trigger resolves before you counter it. Otherwise, it brings itself back into play.
Oh. Yeah, that's fair.
That's my turn. Go ahead.
Okay.
Just a little trick for people who have been around playing Magic for 7,000 years.
Yeah, untap.
Shadowmoor doesn't feel that long ago because it's a modern set, but like it was a while ago, fellas.
I want to mill you a card.
You hit a Feed the Swarm. Pretty good.
Ooh, that's good. That's my turn.
All right. I'm gonna poop out an Evolve Sleeper.
Yep.
And immediately make him a 2/2.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
At a turn, I want to swords it.
That is still my turn.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. Rest in peace?
Yeah.
Energy field?
Sure.
Mill you a card.
Blood Pet goes to exile.
That's my turn.
I'm gonna drop an Evolve Sleeper. And I'm gonna make him a 2/2.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Oh, these are all in exile. Oopsie.
Yep, everything exile.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Seagate Wreckage. Seagate Wreckage for Codex Shredder. Mill you a card.
I will exile Swamp.
Mill you a card again.
Exile Duress.
Okay. That's my turn.
Turn the Sleeper into a 3/3.
Okay.
Pass turn.
End of turn. Pay colorless and 2 for Seagate Wreckage. Draw a card because I have no cards in hand. Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Draw Spire of Industry. Going to cast an Orderville and Seagate Wreckage for another Rest in Peace.
Okay.
Mill you 2. Mill you 1. Mill you 2.
Alright, mill me 2. Troll Khazad-dûm, Troll Khazad-dûm.
Here we go.
End of turn. I'm gonna Dark Ritual.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the mana to put a counter on the Sleeper and draw a card Lose a Life.
Okay.
And then I'll go to my turn.
Yep.
I'll play a Swamp. I will Discovery Dispersal, Surveil 2, draw a card.
Yeah.
Surveil 2 Swamps to the exile. And then draw a card. Did it tell you what that card is?
What?
So I dragged the top of my library into my hand to draw a card, and in my chat it says what the card was.
It does not tell me what the card is.
Okay. I'm gonna exile Energy Field.
Energy Field is exiled.
And then I'm going to attack for 4.
Take 4.
And that'll be my turn.
Actually, I want to draw a card at my end of my turn with the whatever.
Yep.
And then my turn. Draw that. Well, it's not bad. Not good, but not bad. On a prairie stream to portent.
Targeting.
You. Put him up. Noxious Vapors on top, buried alive. Dark Ritual on the bottom, then buried alive, then Noxious Vapors.
So Noxious Vapors is my draw this turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I'm keeping this on the stack for now, and then I'll remove it once I draw the card.
Okay. Done?
Yes. Once it goes...
And you don't want to mill Noxious Vapors?
No.
Okay, I'll draw it.
I draw a card.
Yep. I'll put a counter on Evolved Sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
And draw a card in his life. And I'll play Evolved Sleeper.
Motherfucker.
I'll go to combat and attack for 5.
I'm going to lose a life and make... I'm going to just block with the thing that dies.
Yep, you got it. I will end my turn.
Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. You drew the Noxious Vapors. Then underneath it is...
Buried Alive. And then the top card, I believe, is Dark Ritual.
Okay. Your go.
Draw Dark Ritual. I'd like to go to combat.
Wait, no. You don't draw a Dark
Ritual.
Ritual. You draw the other one.
I've drawn 3. So all 3 of the cards you portended are in my hand now.
Before you draw the Dark Ritual, I want to mill it, and then mill another card.
Okay. Dark Ritual goes to exile. Top card is Demigod goes to exile, and then I draw a blank. Okay. So now it is my turn, and I've untapped. I'm going to go to attack. I'm going to swing with everybody.
I'm going to pay 4 to create a little critter. Actually...
Okay.
What do I... And
if you're tapping the spires for white, you do lose life.
Let's tap that and lose 1 life.
Okay. Who would you like to block?
Block the big one.
All right. Before damage, I'm going to turn the little one into a 3/3.
Okay. And I'll take 3.
And then that'll be my turn.
Okay. Pass. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Mishra's Bauble. I'm going to sack Mishra's Bauble. Look at the top card of your library. Let me see the top card of your library, please.
I thought I did.
No.
Reveal top card to Mercs the Wizard. 1 card.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's fine. You can. I see it now. Oh, yeah, you can have it.
Okay.
Here you go.
How generous of you. All right, I'm gonna pass, untap, upkeep. You draw.
Yeah, I draw this card.
And I'll draw a swamp. How awesome for me. Alright, I'm going to go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to send in the goons.
Pay 4, lose a life. Block the big one and lose 3.
Alright, in response to the block, before damage, I'm going to add a counter to this one and draw a card and lose a life.
Okay.
You want to mill me before I draw?
Yes, I'll mill you twice.
Alright, so we'll mill a swamp and a demigod, and then I'll draw this card. Okay, so take 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, I am going to cast Discovery, Surveil to draw a card.
I'm going to spell pierce it.
It has been pierced. That'll be my turn.
Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. That's a good draw. I'm going to play Pay 1 for Ghoul Caller's Bell.
Yeah.
Pay 1 for Soul Ring.
Yeah.
Pay white for Balance. But this token's gone.
Yeah. So I will lose both my creatures. And then you will sacrifice a land.
I'm going to sacrifice the Seagate Wreckage.
And then I will discard 4 cards into exile.
What a clutch balance.
Yeah, that definitely saves you. I wasn't sure if you had sweepers or not, but balance makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Alright, so now it's my go.
I want to mill you 2.
Swampity, swampity.
Okay.
Right.
Here you go.
Play a swamp.
Yep.
Pass turn.
Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to Mishra's Bauble.
Yeah.
Tap Sacket. Look at the top card of your library.
Here is the card.
On a Millet.
He goes to the exile.
And I'm going to mill you again.
Troll goes to exile.
Good mill, good mill. That's my turn.
Alright. I'm going to play a swamp.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pass the turn.
Okay. My turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. Pay 1 for Energy Field.
Believe that's game. Let me look at my exile. No, I have one more feed this one.
Okay.
And you don't have a way to actually see what you're milling right now, so I'm not going to scoop yet.
That's fine. On a mill you 2.
As soon as we find a feed the swarm, I'll scoop it.
Okay. And that's my turn.
It's my turn. Pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Prairie Stream tapped. Mill you 2.
I think you should use the Ghoul Caller's bells. Because you're going to mill me out a lot faster if you're using all of them and not just the codexes. And like your cards get exiled too, but does that actually matter at this point?
Yeah, I'll mill you 1 more card. And I'll mill myself Castle Arnvale.
All right, there we go.
Hey, we got it! Let's go! Let's go! In my hand, I had a Test of Talents. That was my sideboard card.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, I think after sideboard, this is a reasonably close match. Like the
Yeah.
evolved sleepers, you have to answer them because they do eventually beat you.
Yeah.
If you didn't have Rest of Peace immediately, I was gonna demigod you.
Mhm.
So like that was gonna be a turn 3 kill if you didn't have Rest of Peace in your first 10 cards in your deck.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's some play here.
Yeah.
How did your deck feel? This is your first run with the Value Vintage Lantern.
It felt great. Like it was close. It was a
You're
little bit
you're
frustrating. Like
doing you're doing the stuff you want to do. Um, so when you were using portents to look at my stuff,
mhm.
I think you should have been using them on you to try and find energy field.
Maybe, but like it still kind of worked out.
You were one turn away from dead.
But it still kind of worked out.
Yeah. You were one turn away from dead. If you had used portent, you would have found it probably faster.
Mhm.
And then you would have had margin for error. Like, if I draw this, feed the swarm, and kill energy field, you are 2 troll swings, 2 demigod swings, 3 street wraith swings. Whereas if you had 1 more attack, so like 5 more life, or 4 more life, it would be 3 demigod swings, 4 street wraith swings, 2 troll swings.
I've had a test of talents in my hand for like 4 turns.
That, I don't know, like, depends on what you're doing. You're tapping out for stuff. Like, you have to use blue mana to play the energy field. You don't have infinite blue mana. I don't know. It seems correct to me to dig for the card that wins you the game instead of randomly looking at opponent's stuff.
Yeah, but I stacked your deck against you.
Yeah, but I had the stuff I was killing you with on the board.
Maybe. It still worked out.
If you didn't rip energy field on that turn, the game was over.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, I had Dark Ritual, so I was gonna pump up a sleeper more. I had a death, but that doesn't do anything. Like, I don't know. I kind of want a green source in this deck, but at the same time, do I want to, like, I only run 17 lands, and I want them all to come into play untapped.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Like, Woodland Cemetery is probably going to come into play untapped. But what if it doesn't? What if I'm all to 6 and I have a 1-lander and it's Cemetery? I don't know. I had a lot of sideboard against you. I had Duresses and Feed the Swarms. Feel bad. I never got to Noxious Vapor you. I was always on the Buried Alive plan.
Yeah.
Like, Noxious Vapor is so much stronger than Buried Alive against you, but it's not worth, like, mulliganing below 6 to look for it.
Yeah.
Like, if I had turned to Noxious Vapor any of these games, I think they look a lot different.
Oh, for sure.
So, yeah, this feels like a 60-40 matchup. Like, it's not unwinnable for me, but I think it does favor you.
Yeah.
The Evolved Sleepers do a lot of work if I can get one of those into play. Because your removal is what? You have 4 swords and 1 balance, and that's kind of it.
I have 2 board wipes too.
Okay. What board wipes do you run?
It's the one where everyone who controls a creature 4 or greater draws a card and it nukes the board.
Okay, so that would probably draw me a card, but it does get rid of the sleeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably should not have played out both sleepers. That was probably a mistake. But because of Castle Ardenvale, I wanted to get a second threat down. So if my hand after the balance is just Evolved Sleeper and I have 5 swamps, that probably feels okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a matchup that either player can win. It's just going to come down to what you draw in what order.
Yeah, well, I think it went pretty well.
Well,
Hey, we hit about an hour and a half already, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, so we're 11 o'clock Eastern now, so I think we're probably going to be done for the night.
Yeah, that works for me.
So we got through 2 matches, showed off 4 of our decks from the videos.
Yeah.
I got a win with Gal, you got a win with Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that Gal deck. Are you seeing my vision now?
I see the vision. It's clever.
It's beating down very hard.
Yeah.
Like turn 4 win with disruption is totally fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. So some of these decks, so the hybrid deck, the mono black hybrid deck, we do have built-in paper. I don't know if I want to build any of the rest of these. Like Lantern is a U thing, so that would be for you to pick up if you wanted to play it.
Yeah.
And then Gal, honestly, I have a lot of the cards for. I would only really need to buy the Gals and maybe some of the sideboard stuff. So that could be fun to add to our collection. Just a solid red-green aggro deck.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So do you want to go ahead and do the sign-off then? Because I think we're about done here.
Yeah, let me wrap that up. And yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. We really appreciate it. If you've been watching on Twitch, thank you very much for sticking out with us. We've had like 2-3 viewers this entire time, and mostly the only chat that's popping up is the Ko-Fi bot. So, whatever. Thank you very much for joining us, and if you're watching, our stream schedule was a little bit inconsistent, but we usually try to make a note on Blue Sky when we're going live. And that's usually just how it works out. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment, please. It really helps us out. Ring that little bell if you want to see more of our videos as they come out. Magic Talk with Toad comes out Tuesdays. Our streams usually come out Fridays when I have guests and episodes lined up. Hopefully I'm going to try to get back into doing my Brawl videos, but my work schedule's been weird, so I haven't really had time to stream the Brawl build. But, you know, we'll see. If you look on the left of your screen at the top, there should be a random video just for you. That's probably one of our videos, and check it out. It might be pretty cool. And if you're underneath that little area, it should be a playlist of Magic Talk with Toad, where you should see all of our videos. They're all Value Vintage currently focused. One's a set review, and this will be the first gameplay video, and we'll probably do more gameplay going forward. But thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Toad, do you have any final words?
Follow Beyond the Machina and ToadBrews on Blue Sky if you want to see terrible, terrible posts. And subscribe the videos on YouTube, and we'll see you next week.
Bye!